Because we want to protect our asses from crybabies, salty bitches, and lawsuits, we want to remind you this show is rated M for mature individuals only. That means if you're like easily offended by graphic language, griefers, or full frontal nudity, please disconnect now and get the fuck out. Thank you, Mario, but the good podcast is in another castle. I know you want this body, but you just can't have it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Remove from Play, the show where we remove ourselves from the culture and hobby we love to discuss. It was that culture and hobby?
Unmuting ourselves.
Yeah, all the things we just said, for sure.
Definitely. We're totally not revolting against the power.
Today is 7-Eleven Day, as we all know.
So, if you got like a fish tank, go get a 7-Eleven and get your free icy.
We're also sponsored by 7-Eleven
I forgot
today.
it was free ices. Ain't that about a bitch?
Well, how long does it last? Does it go for?
It's all day.
Well, then maybe we can hit it up after the show.
Yeah.
I need food, not ices.
I'll take a fucking icy.
They
I don't
have
need
hot
ice
dogs
and
there.
food coloring.
No,
They
their
have hot
food
dogs.
sucks. Their food sucks, all right?
Yeah.
Let's not lie.
It's like
But
a buck for like 2 hot dogs. It's
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous.
You're better off just like eating the gunk off of your frying pan.
I ain't gonna
after you get done
lie,
cooking.
the pizza's a lot better than Little Caesars.
Because Little Caesars is shit, dog.
Little Caesars is a shit pizza, all right? I feel sorry for whoever eats that. Like, I used to eat it all the time, and I was like, it's
Eat
terrible.
it every day. That's my sustenance.
I live off of cardboard, is what you say.
Yes.
Pretty much.
I'm literally just like throwing some American cheese on cardboard.
They sound good. Oh.
But yeah, we're totally. God, what is that?
What is what?
All right, so I don't know what that is for everyone who's listening. If that's in the recording, I'm sorry. There's like some weird interference going on. So I don't know what that is. So hopefully that's not in the recording. We'll find out later. So I apologize, everybody, for that. But we're totally sponsored by 7-Eleven today. Get your free Slurpee with your official Remove from Play cup.
Yes, because we have those.
But the cup is actually super tiny. That's how we are able to get it.
Yeah,
You
this is
gotta have
what
a
your cup looks like.
Yeah,
you
it's
see
like a
that
sippy cup.
empty because you didn't give us no money to go make cups. Maybe give us some money. Spare some change.
There's some change. You got some change.
Change! Anybody got change? Okay, no.
Oh.
You're not shaking a cup there. Now you're asking for a hand, like you're giving out hand jobs for money.
Change!
Change.
Change!
Change.
No, I ain't paying for it.
Yes.
Change!
You're gonna rip it off.
That is a weird sound through the mic, I'll say that voice. That's interesting. But we're back with more video game awesomeness as always. We're talking about some little bites this week, some news of the week, and the finish up with the gaming spotlight. But we're gonna start off like we always do. What games have we been playing? And I'm gonna go first this week. Just because the recent episode of Prompto just came out for Final Fantasy 15. So now I'm playing through both episodes. And I'm currently on the Gladios one. I bought the Gladios one a little while ago, and I did play it for like 5 minutes before. But now I am going through it, and I'm towards the end of it. And so far, I'm liking this DLC they've done. And I think it's priced appropriately for what you're getting so far. But I'm excited to play the Prompto episode next. I was going to originally just wait for all the episodes to come out, but I decided too into it, and I heard good things about the first one. So I thought, let's just give it a shot. So far, so good. Enjoying it quite a bit. In addition to that, I've been playing more Friday the 13th.
Are you good yet?
Yeah, they fixed a lot of the bugs, but it's still a buggy game.
Yeah, but are you good?
No, I'm not good. Fuck, man. I'm still horrible. I just try my best, and I'm still horrible. I'll get there. I mean, plus, I never get enough practice as Freddy because it's like...
Freddy.
Sorry, has Jason.
Freddy!
I'm sorry, has Jason.
This is Michael Myers here, motherfucker.
I guess I really want there to be a Freddy character now at this point. I can get enough practice as Jason. It's the only way I can get practice if I make my own private lobby, because then I can choose who Jason is, and I can always choose me. But I'd rather get experience by playing for real. But I'm getting there. I'm at least have strategies that I'm trying now. I don't have the elite stuff like knowing when to jump through a window and then timing it right and all that stuff. Like that's really rough for me still.
Gotta hide under that bed.
Nah, I don't know how I feel about hiding. Like you have to do it if you're like super high in fear because you gotta lower that shit. But it's like you're totally like oh, you're in here, grab you, dead.
Yeah, I don't understand what hiding does.
Because it's one of the best ways to reduce your fear.
Okay.
And
I'm assuming
if
when
you're
you
really
have-
scared, he sees you on the map easier. So if you're always scared, he's always gonna know where you are. So then you gotta calm yourself, you know.
Instant teleportation.
Like I wish they gave you like a physical meter. They kind of just like have the screen darken when you're super scared, but that's about it. So they give you a meter for stamina, so it's
Gotta
like
find
come
the
on.
paper bag so that way you can breathe easily.
I'll say some of the facial animations they have when you're really scared is ridiculous. I bet you've seen some of that, of course, through reviews. So yeah, but that's what I've been playing. How about you, crazy peepers?
Oh, just got that Necromancer for Diablo, so I've been playing shit ton of that. It's like irritating as fuck because I want to do the Rathamas build, which is like all about the skeleton minions and whatnot. But every piece that I get, it just happens to be like ancient or primal ancient for the fucking Bone Storm build, and it's like I can't get the builds I want.
I figured you'd be doom fisting it up.
What?
Doomfist.
Doomfist isn't out yet. He's only on PTR.
Oh, you can't get into that shit?
I mean, I could if I want to, but I'm
There you
just gonna
go.
wait for the release because everyone's gonna be playing Doomfist.
Go into a room, it's Doomfist, full team of Doomfists.
This is
on both
Doomfist versus
sides.
Doomfist. I'll be like May, just like, nah, you guys just keep fighting over them.
I'm just gonna take little pot shots at you. Pop, pop, pop.
Oh god, they're coming! They're coming! They're gonna to meteor striking me. Ice block.
I'm gonna keep firing my long range icicle spears.
Okay.
I still love May. I may hate Overwatch, but I love May.
It's all about
It's fun.
Tracer.
Fuck Tracer.
I can't play Tracer for the life of me.
You know what? She's
It's like-
just too fast for me.
I feel like that enemy just happens to know where I'm gonna jump to, and it's like, how? How did they? It's like as soon as I come out of the fucking like teleportation, I'm headshot. It's like, why do I even try?
They got the skills. They have the prediction skills of gods. They just know.
Yeah,
They ain't got a Soldier 67, so they got a cheating aimbot.
No, there are people who are really good and people who suck. We're the people who suck.
Well, that explains it.
Yeah, I haven't played Overwatch in so long. When I went back onto it, I was just like,
You got destroyed?
yeah, I'm just like, I don't even want to play anymore. No.
Me too. It happened to me.
know.
I was like, fuck my life. Like,
We're starting to get into that or later. Not that we're old, but we're starting to get now where we have we work more than we can spend all the time playing games. So it sucks because now you get out of that funk of being at least average at a game.
Got
So
that
it sucks, you know.
high-pitched adolescent voice yelling at me, "Suck my balls!" And it's just like,
oh, you let
They
them
have
talk
the
to you?
advantage. They just have more time, you know.
Yeah, you let them talk to you? Shit, I stay in my
now I got on
place.
summer vacation, so it's like all the kids are out. Little
All of them
bastards.
are gonna go around
School's
teabagging.
out for
Um,
summer.
Yeah,
But
all
yeah,
the motherfuckers out.
other than Diablo, just some WoW here and there, getting ready for that next patch. I'm going to Argus. Can't wait for that, but got that, and then yeah, that's pretty much been it. Hearthstone. Been wanting to play some StarCraft with this motherfucker, but he AFKs for like 4 hours.
I'm sorry, I just leave my BattleNet on, and then I go and do stuff.
Yeah,
You gotta message me on Facebook. That's the way to get me.
nah, I don't have Facebook.
Shut up, you.
I'm not a sheeple.
Motherfucker, you were just on Facebook like 20 minutes ago, alright? Shut up.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's
I'm just-
Messenger.
Yeah.
That's what he likes to say.
Close-
it's
close
Messenger.
That's the closest I will get to Facebook.
Yeah. All right.
I
How
haven't
about
updated
you?
my status in years. For all I know, everyone
So
thinks
since
I'm
you're not
bad.
playing StarCraft 2, apparently, Artemis Prime, what are you playing?
I am playing StarCraft 2. Okay?
Just not with me.
I'm just not playing with him because he gets on at times when I don't even know what he's doing. Like, I'll be playing it for a minute, and then I'll be like, oh, I'm going to hop off. And then he comes when I AFK for like 4 or 5 hours. Sorry.
Who the fuck AFKs for 4 hours?
I do. I just leave, like, I'm too lazy to go and just exit the whole thing, BattleNet. So I just leave my BattleNet on. And then I see all these whispers. Like, Matt did
message-
to me, too. He was like, Arthur. It was like, I
Fucking
passed out.
messaging
I looked
me.
in the morning, I was like, fuck.
Why are you hissing at me? Because I want to fucking play or answer your goddamn BattleNet.
So I've been playing StarCraft, of course. I bought Shadows of Mordor for $4 as part of the summer sale. And I was
Are you ready for a miracle?
I played it and I.
Stuff is bullshit, right?
Let me explain my journey through the game so far. So you know how you have the Nemesis system, and you know how you have people rank up and stuff like that, right? That's all fine and dandy. But I went through the beginning of the game, and I would just like fight a bunch of orcs, move on with my day, and then all of a sudden, like I'd hit one, and it would be like the commander. So I'm like, oh, all right, yo, let's do this. So I'm over here fighting him and little mini orcs and stuff, and then like I get shoot by like this bow legion. Right? Well, shot at by this bow legion. I'm like, who the fudge? And the dude's like, I see you. And I'm like, what's going on here? And then this other dude comes out of nowhere. Is like, I'm going to eat your bones. And I'm like, what? Where are you all coming from? Right? And that has been my experience for the first 4 hours of the game. Okay? Until I started getting abilities and leveling up. All right? Because the first 4 hours, I've been literally running away because, like, for example, I went to go do this one mission where you can like duel. It's not really a duel. It's like
you watch the two commanders having a battle, and you can like, oh, I want this guy to win.
No, it's the one where you like pick the commander you want to fight. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go fight this dude, right? So I'm over here fighting him, and 5 commanders come out, and they're like, we're here for you. I'm like, why?
God damn, you're getting jumped everywhere you go.
Everywhere I go, I'm getting jumped. Like even
you gotta check on the map where they are, okay? You do that, and then you gotta see if they're having like a sleepover, so then you know you don't attack there.
The first 3 hours, I didn't know I could see them on the map until I was like, I could see them on the map. I should be able to avoid them. That 4th hour was like a pain, especially because like you're playing the game and you're just like, where are all these people coming from? Like there was this one that was a follower, so of course like every time I'd be fighting him, right? He get to like low HP and then some of his little orcs come by and I kill a few of his little orcs and stuff. And then he'd blow the horn and then more orcs would come. And then freaking more commanders would come. Like literally I ran into this dude 4 times and on the 4th time I finally killed him. Because I was able to fidget him off, wiggle him out of the group, and then like finally get to him. But freaking, it can be really difficult. Like the
beginning of the game. That's your story. That's your story, man. Now you have a cool story about how this guy tried to kill you 4 times. And you're like, fuck you.
Yo, there's this one dude who killed me like 5 times. All right, and every time I saw him, he's like, I'm gonna kill you again. 1 hit. I'm like, why is this guy one-shotting me?
Because every time you run away, they get stronger.
Yeah, and it was not. No, when he kills me, they get stronger. All right, like I've been literally surviving by running away from fights.
Joke's on you. I've just put all my ability points into my archery. Invulnerable to range. Fuck me.
I'm like, fuck. Oh, I hate that shit too. I'm like, man, why are you invulnerable to range? Oh my God, you're invulnerable to stealth too? God. Like, but now I'm at a point where I've killed all the commanders, and now just like weak little orcs are showing up, so I'm just putting them up, putting them down when they get to the point. But literally, the first couple of hours of the game was literally a nightmare for me because everything was just so much more powerful than me, and they would always be clumped up together. And then freaking like the Kragors would come, or those big motherfuckers who look like those giant ass troll looking things would come out of nowhere and just start throwing rocks.
They're called wannabe rancors.
Yeah, those wannabe rancors. One time, right, I had this whole mob surrounding me, and I led them all to the rancor, and I'm gonna start calling them rancors now, and freaking it killed all of them. And then I came in and I killed that motherfucker, and then I took all the points, and then I left. And I was like, I'm feeling mighty good today.
Yo, rancor, high five.
High five, rancor. Oops, you did.
Good stuff.
I've enjoyed Shadows of Mordor. I can't wait for the second one, to be honest with you. I'll probably wait
Shadows of War. Oh,
but
I can't wait.
Like literally, that's the best $4 I've ever spent. I really, well, it's too late for you to buy it for $4 now. But I definitely recommend it. I had a great time playing it. And then I had back into Smite. We upgraded our internet. We got Spectrum now. So
oh shit.
Now it's on. Like literally, I've not had any
You got the fastest speeds now.
Yeah, and I've had no issues with lag whatsoever. Maybe like one time.
He asked for a change on the Spectrum installers of that upgraded speed.
I was like, God damn! Like I'm stunning you with Agni. Like all my skill shots are going through. I was like, man, it feels so good to not lag. Like literally.
Wait. Were you Agni or were you Swagni?
I was actually the Gemini Agni.
Uh,
I've used Swagni for so long. I love Swagni, though.
I love my Raw America.
Swag.
Raw
Swag.
America.
Swag. Swag.
Who
needs
needs
So-
defense?
They're
Swag.
just
Swag.
like, I've been enjoying Smite, though. We played a really tough match, and I was in my roster, and I just went around silencing people, and for some reason, it was fucking working. Like, whenever Ares went and threw his Shane and threw his fire down, I was like, oh, silence, and then everyone would just rape him. So,
rape.
sort of rape.
Wow.
I've been having some really good matches in Smite, really enjoying it. It's still one of my favorite games. That and StarCraft. I also tried Paladins actually
Oh God, why? Why would you?
because I wanted to see what it was like. I like it a little bit more than Overwatch because Overwatch is too fast paced for me. As opposed to Paladins, that's actually a little bit slower for me that I can actually get used to. Because everything in Overwatch is just like, it's constantly moving. Constantly. It's so fast paced for me. I can't keep up with this sometimes.
You think that's fast paced? Play Rainbow Six Siege.
No, fuck that game. I'm not touching. Like, first person shooter games, I'm done with like first person shooters. Like, even Paladin is like, maybe. Like, I played Titanfall 2. I was like, oh, you know what? It's been like months since I played. How bad could it be? I went through the entire match just dying. Just dying. 0 kills. I killed like 3 grunts or something. But I just went around dying. Just.
That's why I kind of miss Halo, where it was like you're like big and bulky, you're slow, but you could actually take some hits. Or it's not like you get shot in the foot, you instantly die.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the shooters definitely went back to more of a Twitch base, all about fast speed and
Yeah.
getting them down real quick.
But I'm not about that fast speed life, so I'm avoiding all first person shooters now.
Rainbow Six Siege. I started getting the nickname Forrest Gump just because it's like I play like shit, but out of nowhere I'll just get that retard strength and fucking win the game.
It's tough.
Yeah, even the new Halos are faster now, so.
And they also have terrible servers. And we won't talk about For Honor. That game's dead to me.
It looks so amazing. I wanted to
Did
get
they even
it.
introduce new classes?
It is amazing. It's just the online that ruined it.
No, online.
And that one mode where it's clearly if you have the better shit, you're gonna win. So.
Yeah, that online, that is an online game. Like, it ruins itself.
Indeed.
The story mode's fun, though.
Yeah, definitely good. It's
that's all.
not nothing
I'll wait
amazing,
for
but
next
it's entertaining.
year's Steam summer sale and get it for real cheap.
That's what I'd recommend.
You mean the Uplay something or whatever it is? Because what game? Who made that? Ubisoft, right?
Yeah, you.
Oh, fuck
Yeah, so you had to get that through Uplay, not Steam. Haha. You had to wait for a Uplay deal. All right, let's get into some little bites.
You get some games on Steam that aren't made by other companies. Like you can get the Mass Effects and they're EA.
I hate Mass
That's
Effect.
true, but that's a little different situation. Like I don't know how they decided which gets what.
Yeah.
And EA is trying to be all friendly now. But our first little bite here, McDonald's Japan, apparently is coming to America too now. I just heard that it was coming to America apparently, but
Oh, really?
I don't know how true that part is. But for
You get
Japan,
your
for sure.
McFlurry? I like their McFlurries.
So what is it? Lemon, shocky tart lemon. Is it
The
banana?
weed, if you're in the hood, do they put weed in it? Give you a line of crack? Who said that? That was definitely not your host. We don't rec.
I like how they have different faces. Because
You gotta collect all the. You gotta have all the cool different cups. Pikachu
because
is.
it's like one's gonna be happy you're eating out of his head. The other one's like, why are you eating my brains?
I'm really mad at you for eating my brains.
Someone's like, you're making me smarter with every scoop.
Make sure to get the medulla oblongata.
I'm just curious as to what it's made of.
Everything that I'm reading here, they don't really state it, but the advertisement for it, there's like banana.
So banana.
Yeah.
Banana.
'Cause they have
chocolate
Pikachu with it,
McFlurry.
but they have like banana chocolate because they have Pikachu with that. They also have the other things where you can get like a hot one. You go in Japan. Apparently, they're also doing like broccoli flavor, some like weird hydrogen flavor, some peach fruit flavor, some crazy stuff.
What?
This is Japan. They like different flavors than us.
I understand they like the squid ink, like black burgers and shit, but fucking.
A hot McFlurry. It's good, though. I bet it's good.
No, I'm talking about the broccoli one.
Well, I'm going based off these little photos here.
You all
Sounds
eat
like-
from McDonald's way too much.
I
What?
don't eat from McDonald's.
I haven't
so
had
much.
McDonald's in like 3 months.
Well, that's way too much.
Well,
I
sorry,
got a
dog.
McFlurry here and a McFlurry there.
But yeah, it's cool. I like to see these cool promotions.
That's cool.
I hope it comes to America. I heard that it was, but I don't know how true that is.
Maybe if I was like really drunk, I'd be
It's
like,
as
yo, take
true
me to
as Danny
McDonald's.
DeVito freaking voicing him.
No, he even came out and said that he has no idea what a Pikachu is, so it's never gonna happen.
It don't matter.
How do you
Fucking
not know what a Pikachu is? I feel like it's fucking 2017, yo. Everyone knows what a Pikachu is.
fucking Elrond didn't know what a Transformer was. He still voiced Megatron.
Elrond, who the fuck are you talking about?
I can't think of his name.
Talking about Orson Welles voicing Unicron?
No, the guy who plays Elrond in Lord of the Rings. I can't think of his name. He's also Mr. Smith in The Matrix.
Oh.
That actor, he voices fucking Megatron.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
He's like, I just
Isn't
read the
that-
fucking script. I didn't know what the fuck
It's like an H word.
Energon shit was.
Hugo Weaving or something
Yeah,
like that?
there it is. Hugo Weaving.
Yeah, because it's like weird. I don't know. It's weird.
We need to rush hour.
He plays the modern Megatron?
Yeah, he played the first three, but then the original voice.
Yeah, you can turn that. Wait, is that mine?
That's you.
Yeah, you could turn that down if you want.
On your own. That's
Yeah.
in a whole
It's in
nother-
your room. It's in
It's
your
in a whole
room.
other room down the hall.
It's in
sorry.
your room
Nope.
down the hall.
You're the one getting distracted by the sound. It's in your
Well,
room.
it's getting picked up, dog. So it's picking. Your mics are picking it up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, anyways, Nintendo. More Nintendo stuff. Nintendo just filed a new trademark called for Nintendo Check.
Yeah.
So we know nothing about this. So what do you think it will be about? What do you think this is? I think this is a promotional thing where you can go to certain spots and check in and get rewards and stuff like that.
Probably for their Switch so they can encourage you to travel around with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Or your
thinking.
3DS.
Similar to what they did with Nintendo Wi-Fi and teaming up with like McDonald's and stuff back in the day for the original DS.
God. I hope this isn't gonna be like the freaking Pokemon Go where you got like all the little stops.
I think
Stop
they're
over
gonna
here.
team up with like businesses though, not like probably Best Buys and McDonald's.
Check
and
in
things
at
like that.
McDonald's and get 5 points to your Nintendo.
Get a demo or something like that. I mean, it could happen. Yeah.
Yeah, heck, it could even be like they could team up with hotels and stuff. So when you check into places, you get like special rewards or you get like special bonuses or just something.
I want to switch from
Maybe some of
McDonald's
that
to Burger
currency
King.
they get for the reward system. Maybe you never know. But that's my guess. So
We have no idea.
all right, the
Yeah.
next thing is, did you guys see this cool new accessory being made for the Switch?
Keyboard accessory. Because I guess you want to go talk to everybody. Does everybody in the chat
Is
see
it done
what the
as well as their
keyboard looks
headset?
like?
As well as their headset.
The
Done as
headset
well
that
as their
plugs
headset.
into your fucking phone.
Oh yeah, that shit. I remember that now. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why they do this whole phone thing. It's. I'll bring it up on screen here. So this is you plug your little controllers into this.
I mean, that's
But what game? Like I thought they were offloading everything to the phone.
Pay for the internet, bro? Oh, yeah, that wouldn't make no sense. Because even if you were going to go to use the browser, you got the touchscreen thing. Why you fucking...
Well, that would make it easier. The keyboard.
not really, because then you got like this.
Yeah, you got that big-ass thing. Like, who the fuck wants to use that?
Well, that's about the. Well, no. Okay, for according to the reports here, that's about the. It's like slightly bigger than the Switch, so it's not going to be. If you're used to holding a Switch, you're going to be holding this just
I
fine.
don't even like holding the Switch.
Oh, well then fuck. Well, then I think it'd be for you. $33 is it going to cost.
$33. Right. Eh?
See that I roll? Make a gif out of that, y'all.
The big ones we're using to promote it for, like you can use it for Dragon Quest X, which is MMO,
Eh?
which makes sense. You might want to Magnavox. Yeah, no, not Magnavox.
Oh, they're
Sorry.
actually gonna...
Wait, Dragon Quest sends a MMO?
On the
Yep.
Switch?
Yeah, apparently.
What?
The Switch is doing MMOs? I think that's more important news. Fuck the keyboard. Get that shit out of here. Don't care about that.
Well, that was like they said. The Cyber Gadget Switch accessory was created to fill the needs of certain titles for the platform, such as the MMORPG Dragon Quest X.
Yeah, but is it only MMOs, though?
Again, like I
Oh,
really
they
don't
don't really
know
know.
what you would really use it for. Like the browser, I totally forgot about the browser. I forgot the thing had a browser. There's that, and then I guess for MMOs, you need to type a long text to people.
I didn't realize Dragon Quest.
Yeah, that's really it, though.
I don't think it's here, and it's not here in America. They're still localizing it for America. It's only in Japan, and they
it's
only
still
just showed it off at PAX, like at the beginning of the year. So
Yeah, there's still no talks of a U.S. release for that game, so.
yeah, but that's one example they pose for what the useful case could be. Hey, more accessories is nice. It's just I don't know what a general Switch user would want with that thing. So
Yeah. I don't see the use in it either, because I mean, like, you're really not playing an MMO on it.
At least not around here.
No, not
And
around.
I don't really want to play. Well, if you're into Dragon Quest, I can understand, I guess.
No, you really don't. I mean, let's be real here.
Gotta use
No,
it for
I
that
used to use the
Splatoon.
I used to use the I used to get a keyboard hack for Monster Hunter 1 back in the day.
I remember I used a
For
keyboard.
PS2, you could plug in a keyboard and you could use the keyboard, remember?
Yeah, that's pretty much how I played Monster Hunter, because it's like fuck trying to like D-pad over X over X
Yep,
just
and
spell out huge messages.
I used to have to make up the pre-messages just so I could be efficient, but then once I got the keyboard, I was like, fuck, I don't need this pre-message shit no more.
Who wants to do that real fast?
Alrighty, next little bite here. Yeah, so what do you guys think about this? So apparently, a old Rayman build is now on the web. It was originally one that was supposed to be for the Super NES, and it was a prototype. And pretty much, due to some licensing stuff, they were able to get it out there for free. The original creator put it out there on the internet for free. So if you're into like ROM hacking and all that stuff, you can check it out. And I'm just gonna bring up a little bit of footage here. Here's what it looks like. That's what the first Rayman for Super NES would have looked like.
Sweet. Actually, looks like the old Raymans that I played on Sega and whatnot.
Yeah, of course, just so you guys know, it's still a prototype build, even though it's out there for free. So there is still some weird bugs associated with it and whatnot.
Every time I step on this one rock, I just immediately get disconnected from the game.
This one rock.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. This one rock. But yeah, it looks cool.
It's a bugged ass rock.
What do you guys think about that whole idea of like the old developers finding a way to put the game out there for them, for people to have? I think it's great in terms of like game preservation, because damn, it's gonna get harder going down the line so far. Everyone isn't like Xbox, so like, yeah, just backwards compatibility for everybody.
I am actually fine with that, because I feel like there's plenty of things that people wanted to release, but they just couldn't because they had other obligations.
Yeah,
And
the
I mean,
company
like,
was
you
like,
know-
they're like, hey, why would we release the Super NES one when we got a new one for the next Sega system coming out, you know?
Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's definitely interesting to see them go out and be like, hey, we got this really, I mean, sure, you know, it's a terrible example. We got this really old game from like 12 years ago. But hey, guys, give it a shot. It probably still plays like shit. But hey, knock yourself out.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be worse. They could be charging you for it.
Yeah, like I think it's really cool that the original developer found a way to get it out there on the web without having any legal issues. That's pretty cool.
I congratulate you, sir.
Yeah.
Nameless patron of however you got that shit out there.
Yeah, it's the same guy who's working on the new Beyond Good and Evil, so.
Cause I'd be like, I'm like, yeah, go for it.
Yep.
It's not that bad.
Yep. All right, next little bite. Go ahead, Crazy Peepers, take it away. It's going to be the July games for PlayStation Plus this month.
Oh, yay.
Got some good ones on there, some goodies.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
There's not like one
Okay,
good.
so PlayStation Plus games for July 2017 are Until Dawn for PS4. Well, yeah, of course, PS4. Game of Thrones, you get the whole season. I've actually been
This
playing
is
that.
the Telltale game.
Yeah, the Telltale game.
Makes
Game of
sense.
Thrones.
Did season 7 just come out, or is that coming out, or?
I'm
Which one?
not sure, but I know the game of the month was also the Borderland Tales.
Mm-hmm. So maybe there's some deals coming down.
Yeah. Tokyo Jungle on PS3. Darkstalkers Resurrection on PS3. Elemental, but the A in Elemental is a 4, so that's kind of weird. For the PS Vita, so if you guys still have your Vitas, get that Elemental.
Let's take a bet. Do we think that's a dating sim?
No, the next one is Don't Die, Mr. Robot. Obviously, the robot's dating.
Elemental
all
is
these-
not a dating sim.
Don't Die, Mr. Robot's gotta be a dating sim, right?
Maybe. Tokyo Jungle is a really good, cool game. You literally team up as, like, you could be a fucking tiny poodle dog and fucking wreck shit.
I really am looking forward to Until Dawn.
It's like
I've always wanted to play that one.
Oh, that one's fucking amazing. That's a interesting. That lets you play out a horror movie, which is
Yeah.
really amazing.
Yeah.
I
Nope.
totally want to get that a shot.
Nope. I'm done.
What do you mean?
I can't play scary games. I'm sorry.
It's not okay. It's
No,
not.
you
Scary.
just watched him die. Like,
There's only jump scares in it at worst. It's not that scary.
I can't do it. Ever since I played Resident Evil when I was like 5 at night on a rainy thunderstorm day.
Yeah, but that's back when Resident Evil was actually scary. Now it's just like zombie porn, and Wesker always comes back somehow.
Well, now it's not even like that anymore. Now they're trying to go back to their roots.
The Roots. Yeah, that new one was pretty cool with the VR. I like that they're attempting to do that.
I like my action. I want to be my Chris Redfield punching rocks.
I know, right?
Mash that X button and punch that rock.
Punch that rock hard.
I just want to be Jill and have Barry come up to me and says, I have this. That voice acting.
That voice acting was so good for its time. Too bad it's shit now.
Sure. I don't think it was even good back then. But
I said, fuck it. I opened the door, let the dogs kill me. I was like, I'm done.
Wow, that was pretty. This is where my story ends. The dogs devour my flesh. That's what Crazy Peeper said back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Aiming was simple back then. You just looked in a direction. Automatic headshot.
No.
Definitely not. For Resident Evil, at least.
You had Stormtrooper aim. Your hit marker, you're just going all over.
Next one, Firefall is officially shutting down. It's actually is shut down as of the time because it's shut down on the 7th.
I've never played it, but I've heard stories.
So apparently they're currently working on a mobile version of Firefall, and that they're putting all the resources into that. So they said, hey, we know we're just gonna end this. We tried all that good stuff.
Wait, they're gonna try to make a mobile MMO?
Yeah, they're making a mobile version. I don't know if it's not really an MMO, just a mobile version of their game.
But the game's an MMO, so wouldn't a mobile version imply?
Nope. I don't think a mobile version implies that at all. I think they're making a mobile version of Firefall that is not an MMO. So yeah, good luck to them on that. They did make a nice little post saying thank you for all the loyalty and all that stuff. Red 5 Studios posted that. So this is another MMO that's going down the shitter. And Firefall was one of the ones that were trying to do something different because they were a shooter MMO. It's kind of and you know, it always had a focus on PvP as well. And then they eventually had the thing where they moved to like, hey, let's have really cool raids. But I think it just shows that I think officially the MMO genre, actually not even officially, I think it's been like that for a while, but like just another case of evidence showing that the MMO genre is just kind of dead at this point.
Yes and no. It just depends on how you do things.
So you're thinking like the things like what Destiny is doing and other games implementing
You mean what
those?
Destiny should have done?
Well, what they're attempting to do by taking MMO elements into their game.
It should have just been an actual like MMO on the goddamn console.
They should have. I feel that it's not. Here's the thing. I feel like MMOs do good on computers because they're computer based, but there's a market for them on consoles.
Yeah.
It's just all the console ones we get are normally shit.
DC Universe Online.
You know what I mean? So it's like literally, because there's a lot of MMOs and
The
there's a lot
Elder
of people.
Scrolls Online. Oh.
You know what I mean? Blade and Souls. Like, there's the one with the gods. The one where you could turn yourself into a god later on in levels. I mean, like, there's literally a lot of MMOs out there and a lot of people who play that. And my thing is, there's a market for it. It's just that, you know, you got to go know who you're trying to sell to. Truthfully.
Let's see, because we got Final Fantasy 14 is still going.
And you
Elder
gotta have some
Scrolls.
friends. You don't know.
The Old
Guild Wars
Republic.
is still going.
The Old Republic would have been good if they actually had some endgame content.
You know what MMO is still going? RuneScape.
Oh.
Still strong.
Still going.
Get that shit out of here.
It's the greatest MMO ever, man. I don't care if I got.
Oh, the Old
raped in
Republic
mine.
is still going. I thought that was done.
No, it's still going. It's got pay to win.
Star Trek MMO is still going.
There's still MMOs out there. There is a market for that. There definitely is. It's just that people
in
who want to
Korea.
delve into it. Yeah,
There's like a new one that comes out in Korea every fucking week, I swear.
there is. But my thing though is that the people who want to come into that genre need to understand that they need to have their shit together. Like, don't fumble around like Destiny, or even if you want to do it on the consoles, don't fumble around and like make your people pay for a beta. No one wants to pay for a fucking beta.
Yeah, fucking Destiny.
And also, if you're gonna make one for systems, all right, don't do what Destiny does and settle it off to.
Do we count things like DayZ and all that as like a traditional MMO, or is it like a mixture? Because a lot of these MMO websites consider DayZ MMO.
I wouldn't. I mean, kind of yes and no, because like there is like role play in it. Like I know Arma, like there's a lot of role play where it's like you got people actually doing mission briefings.
We have to do a mission briefing, guys, or else we're not prepared.
But yeah, I could consider it an MMO.
There's a few games though. What, like, would you consider the new Monster Hunter World close enough to an MMO?
No.
How about
That's
this?
the
MMOs
you-
are still going, they're still going on, but do you think in terms of like a mainstream success that's even a thing anymore? Because a lot of gamers played World of Warcraft or played an MMO, you know, at one point. Now I feel like it is a genre just for people who like MMOs. I don't think it's like a mainstream genre anymore. Like back in the day, everyone wanted to be like World of Warcraft. Now it's like, we can't really compete, so no one really wants to do it. 'Cause you can't really get that mainstream success anymore.
Well, it's because they just throw out like almost like a carbon copy of other MMOs, but
yeah.
then they don't have like anything else going on. Like
Well,
Old
that's true.
Republic,
That's true completely as well. Because how do you innovate? Like Old Republic, yeah, go to Old Republic. 'Cause
Old
it's
Republic had like no dungeons. Like they had one raid, and it's like that was it for their end game. It was mostly just PvP. They had nothing like coming out. Like there was just so much time in between like patches, like content updates. That's like it kind of just slowly died off. People can only stay on and do the same PvP over and over for so long.
You know
PvP
what?
for life.
I feel that it's in order to if you want to make a mainstream MMO, then it's literally up to the developers. Because yeah, you know, you can have your content, you can have your floor out, but I feel like one of the biggest things that Destiny needed in order for it to be really good was you needed more active events during the day. You know what I mean? Like I feel that like you need more stuff to do, more just world events. I feel like here's the thing with an MMO, you have to keep your player base entertained. If your player base isn't entertained and they're just doing the same thing and doing the same grind, they're not gonna care. But if you're changing it up, you know, you're doing like how they did the Iron King. I thought the Iron King was a great idea. You know what I mean? Like there are things you can do, but as the developers, you have to be in charge of that. You have to step into that and be willing to interact with your audience. And that doesn't mean talk to them. That means give them new things to do. That's not the same.
That's definitely the challenge because, you know, like world events are not a new idea at all. But it's like that is an example of like how you can try to do things.
Yeah,
I don't know what you can do innovative nowadays, MMO, no idea. But you're right, that's what they had to figure out. And that might be tough because there's so many things that are just ingrained in people, you know?
Yeah, and it's just...
There's actually this new MMO that's coming out that I've been keeping my eye on, where it's going to be kind of like faction-based. Like, they think there's 3 factions, but pretty much everyone chooses a faction, then, like, y'all start on a map. Like, there's all these different towns, but there's different, like, quests and whatnot. If you do these quests, you upgrade the town and progress it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like as the town progresses, it becomes harder to raid and whatnot. And then if you wanted to upgrade other towns, you could do like, kind of like a convoy and trade like goods to the next town to like help upgrade that, and like that could be raided and PvP'd and like stolen from other factions.
So you think you go back to the Ultima Online type of way back in the day where everything was free for all pretty much and there were no like rules.
Kind of, yeah, but you like also like you could actually buy like a house in these towns and actually like vendor stuff and like
Yep, just like Ultima back in the day. Yep.
but it's also like another like pretty much you have to focus on like you choose one crafting thing and then you focus on that one. You could be like a gatherer, just gather metal or like herbs or something. Be alchemist where you make the potions. So it's really cool.
There's like, you know, it's like that's an interesting idea. I haven't played MMOs like forever, but that sounds like a really good idea. That's something I would look at and go like, oh, I'm gonna give that a shot.
Yeah, it's definitely that could be a way to do it. Maybe bring back the old school way of doing things. But that would be tough to get like a mainstream honest because if you had a normal person, I hate to call them like normal people, but like I'm gonna buy this cool new MMO. I like the theme. I like this. I go in, I log in, I leave the starting area, and then suddenly I get stabbed. And then I go and I leave and I do it again and I get stabbed and I die.
Well, most people like are smart.
And then
enough
they'll
to
get
have
pissed.
Starting areas where it's PvP free.
Well, eventually you'll get out of a safe zone though. And I'm just saying it doesn't have to be immediately right when you start the game. But then people get pissed like I paid $60 for this, I'm paying monthly and I'm just dying all the time. Like I think that's an anti-mainstream thing. That's kind of why Ultima went away from that back in the day.
Well, that's why they have different servers. One that's actually focused on PvP, one that's PvE, where you just focus on that, and you can have PvP.
Yeah, but then at that point,
off.
you're just your whole selling point of your game of it being open and you do whatever you want. Then it's like, oh, then why the heck did I even try it if I'm just gonna go back to a World of Warcraft style, you know?
Just gotta
feel
appeal
like
to different people.
I feel like you should just stay with your safe zones for your PvE, and then you have your PvP areas. Because I find stuff like that interesting, because it's real easy to be like when I was playing the Division, you know, I love the Dark Zone. I was always in the Dark Zone.
That's right. The Division.
Because the Dark Zone, as much as Division like was not the greatest game, you know, it had that. It definitely had that line between PvP and PvE, and even in the PvP areas, you would still find other enemies to fight that weren't people. So, you know, when I look at stuff like that, I'm like, it can be done. That could really, and that was really done well.
Yeah, I just wish they would have committed more to it, because that was the best part of their game.
Yeah, that was the best part.
But they were so afraid that, like, oh, if we turn people off immediately because we don't have some like PvE stuff, then people won't buy our game. So that's the dilemma I'm proposing. It's like it's hard to get mainstream people into that because of the commit. I would just like a game to commit to it, like Ultimate did back in the day, and that would be cool. I'd like to see one of those one more time. Again, will it be successful in terms of financial? I don't think people would buy it at all, but it would be cool to see a game commit to it again and see how it survives in today's ecosystem.
Yeah, developers are so scared though. Like nowadays, they just keep to the same old thing, and it isn't even just like the MMO genre. It's first-person shooter genre.
Yeah,
I
think it's more publishers which have the money.
Yeah, but that's the truth.
Because that's what it is. It's a business. You gotta make money. So it's like why?
Yeah,
it's like make little tweaks to the formula, but
it's
don't
not
change
like
the
the golden
formula.
years of the PS2 and Xbox One days where you can make a B-level game and like make a little money, you know.
Mm-hmm. But even then, though, I feel like if you're not pushing the envelope and trying harder, then you're not making that game that you really want to make.
Of course, the developers always want to push it. Alrighty, next one here. The thing that we all knew it was going to happen is finally official. Guess what they're doing, boys and girls? You'll be able to get Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, standalone.
Called it.
Do you like HD remakes? Well, do you like Call of Duty, where you play every single Call of Duty that comes out like every 5 months?
Remember when they...
Do you want that Call of Duty we were going to give you, but only if you pre-order the game? Well, now you can buy it separately.
Yeah. When they said that, the only way you could get it was through that edition. Now you can. So that's pretty cool.
You knew that was going to be bullshit, because it's like, oh, why are we spending all this time and effort to HD remake just for a pre-order bonus? No, go on, send this out, make more money too.
It's a business. See what I mean? But there are
Kimbo Model 1888.
There are times when like a business is literally a stupid idea. This is one of those times where a business is literally a stupid idea. Because instead of doing that, you should have just sold that to us like fucking last year.
Would have been nice. I think the big reason they didn't is because they wanted to add something in to get people hyped to buy the Modern Warfare that no one really was interested in. And plus, they didn't want it to cannibalize the actual new game sales, so they had to bundle it in. Actually, it's funny you bring that up, Crazy Peepers, because that's the next debate. Will they redo Modern Warfare 2? I would debate that they're not going to do that because they want the new Call of Duty to sell.
Well, the new Call of Duty is going to be World War II. So
can you imagine if they try to bring out the World War II game and then like, oh, but you can get the Modern Warfare 2, the one that you all super loved? I don't think they'll do that. If they do, they won't even bundle it in. I just think they're not going to do Modern Warfare 2.
I don't know, because it's like you got the 3 different developers, so it's like you got one that's focusing on like World War II era, you got the one that's focusing on modern, and then you're doing remakes of the moderns, and then you got the one that's doing the
I think going forward,
shit.
Call of Duty is going to be an interesting franchise because now we're finally getting to that point where it isn't just guaranteed to sell anymore. So now they have to decide what they want to do with this big IP.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be definitely interesting.
At the same time as Titanfall 2, like they did before.
Yeah.
Get Call of Duty Super Advanced Warfare. We got mechs and grappling hooks so you can swing around the map.
For World War 3. I mean World War 1.
World War 1, 2, 3, 5,
World War
10.
1.
We're so groundbreaking. We got black Nazis.
Let's just do Vietnam. Why not? Let's just do the Cold War game where you just sit in a room and you go, I could nuke you. And then the other guy goes, I could nuke you too. And that will be the game. You just talk to each other.
Spam the X button. It's a quick time event. Don't you push that button. Don't you push that button.
Alrighty, our final little bit here is kind of a PSA. Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD is going to be removed from Steam soon. The reason this is interesting is this is like the HD remake of like your classic maps from Pro Skater 1 to 3, along with like, you know, the characters in it and stuff like that. And it had this old school control scheme. Wasn't buggy, didn't have Lil Wayne in it. So it's like the modern version of all those classic games. So if you currently, it was on sale for the. I think it was on sale for the summer sale. Oh no, it is just currently on sale right now. So get it now. But so once you have it in your library, then you'll be able to keep it forever. But after it removes in the store, no one will be able to buy more copies. So go ahead and get that, boys and girls. If you're interested in having a relatively correct aspect ratio and high quality version of the classic Pro Skater games.
Get it now. Man,
Also,
Especially for
I
$199.
had so much fun with the old Tony Hawks.
3 was still my favorite.
Yeah.
Spider-Man and Darth Maul.
That was great.
No, Spider-Man was 2. Darth Maul, Wolverine was in 3.
I love
the dark
I
side
love the boards too.
slide.
That was totally it, yeah. All right, let's get to some news of the week.
It's time for gaming news.
All right,
Rock,
take it
paper,
away,
scissors?
Crazy Peepers, with the biggest news item that we all knew was going to happen as well.
Oh, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Classic announced.
Yep,
Comes with 21 games, including Star Fox 2 that never got a release.
never officially, yep.
So, yeah, if you guys wanted to get the NES Classic that was sold out super fast that you can never get, guess what? Here's a chance for you to try for the Super Nintendo just to find out that it's already sold out and you'll never get.
They did address that they're going to make more of them, but I think they're going to have the same issue still, because Nintendo is notorious for not making enough of shit.
People are still waiting for the Switch.
I know, that's what I have no confidence in them. What's interesting this time around, though, you're getting less games and it costs more money. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They'll
well,
rephrase that. You're getting games you can find ROMs for more money.
yeah, well, this has always been a collector thing. And they were kind of delving in this market of, classic. Because, there are things like the Retron and people make their own emulators for NES and stuff and they sell it. So I think Nintendo just want to get a piece of that market. And they know they would sell like hotcakes because they're people, the collectors.
I can't even remember.
But what is unique about this is that Star Fox 2. That's the first time they're releasing the game. And they're releasing it on a fucking classic console. Isn't that weird?
You know what they're trying to do? They're trying to compete with that Ouya.
Yeah, that Ouya that's gone, yeah.
I'm gonna be so
That big
honest
ass
with you right
Ouya.
now.
The big thing I want to know, though, is it going to be a finished game or is it going to be the ROM that's already out there on the internet that we have? Because what's on the internet is a not finished, like 99.9% almost done game, but it still isn't finished. So seeing this, will they complete it and then put it on there, or are they just going to get the same ROM that we already have out there, That's what I'm interested about.
You know what I don't like? Besides the fact that you probably won't ever get one.
I'm not getting one.
No, you won't ever get one.
Yeah, I'm not
Even
big
if you
into
wanted
collecting.
it, you won't get one.
I'm not big into collecting the stuff.
It's just like $80.
Yeah, 80. They upped it. Before it was only 60. They $20 more this time around for
And
less
they-
games. And I would debate there are good games on here. Like they got the Contra 3, which that makes sense. Final Fantasy 3, but I think they should have had 2 and fucking 1 to be honest. Secret of Mana, which makes sense. Star Fox 1 and 2, which is the big thing here. Then they got like Super Ghosts and Goblins, Super Mario Kart, which makes sense. But there's like so many games on the library of the NES, that Super NES, that I felt like were more defining that could have been on here,
Mm-hmm.
So I wish they would have done a little bit more and having less games too, because I feel like they could put more games on here. I know there's licensing issues and blah blah blah.
No, you're right. They could put it on there.
And this is, and I don't care what people say, like, oh yeah, they got to make a user interface. I'm like, well, can I tell you something? They're taking their ROM and they're just putting it on there, guys.
It's not hard.
I highly doubt this is an extremely hard thing for them to do.
If you can
the
drag
only
and drop
hurdle
files,
is the licensing. That's the only real hurdle. And if they can get over that, come on. I feel like they should put more on here.
I feel like really they should just not be doing this and just focus on more virtual console.
Yeah, I agree with
agree.
you. Because this is clearly a collector's item, but if they're willing to do this, and they're always finding new ways they can resell you their old games. That's like how Nintendo's always been. But with the new online service coming out, and they're boasting that they'll be able to keep things longer, it's weird how they decide to make this product when they're going to have like this weird ecosystem where eventually they do want the virtual console to be more, and we all want it to be more too. So it's like, it comes off to me that's like, it's just Nintendo again trying to make a quick buck on their old games, And collectors are going to eat this shit up.
Especially like with the Switch being mobile, I feel like a virtual console for all these games would be better because it's like, oh look, I could get the Super Mario World on my Switch. It's like, hey, you want to play 2-player and take off the Joy-Cons? Here we go.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be perfect.
So I hope that they, the new online service stuff,
Yeah,
they
go
actually
work for
eventually
Nintendo.
go that route. That's what they should do. And things like this are just like,
But they
Good for
won't though
collectors.
because they want to just keep making money.
Well, now they're going to do this, and then probably they will end up doing this virtual console idea. And it's like,
Hopefully.
oh, look, we'll sell the game twice.
yep, and they'll sell it again. Yep. It would be cool.
Yeah,
In
give
an
me money.
ideal world, I would like if they eventually made that. If they would have made these things like you could log into them and they weren't just like a standalone box that could connect to the internet, you could log into like your new Nintendo ID thing that they're going to be doing.
Mhm.
That would have been cool. Like if they decided to think for in the future and like, hey, if you buy these now, it will unlock the games for you on Switch. Like I would have loved if they did something like that, but they didn't. Obviously, they didn't do that.
Dude, they
They're-
didn't even do that for the Wii and the Wii U. Like, if
Like-
you bought the virtual console version on the Wii, and then it's like, oh, you want the HD version on the Wii U? So you gotta buy it again for a little more.
Now, some of the positives of this is they are making the cables longer, which is good. They're saying they're going to make more of them, which is also good. And it looks good. It's a nice little portable thing, it looks nice. So collectors will eat this up. Now my next big question is, are they stopping here or are they going to continue? Are we getting that
The
N64?
N64 classic.
Are we going to get that? I don't think there's enough wild games that people really want to play on 64.
GoldenEye, Pokemon Stadium 2. There's actually a lot of games
maybe
on N64.
Mario Kart 64. Maybe Turok.
Turok.
What do you
Yeah,
think?
exactly.
I wouldn't even
South
say
Park.
I don't really count Mario Party as like good because the latest Mario Party is usually the best Mario Party,
Maybe we just need to say GoldenEye and move on with the day.
We can get the Simpsons Road Rage.
Oh god, but wasn't that multi-console?
Multi, but you can get the South Park games, like the Racing Rally.
Oh god, they'll never put that on there.
The one where you peed in the snowball and you had to fight the turkey invaders.
Yeah, man, there really wasn't like Bomberman 64 was really good. It did have a Dance Dance Revolution game. But they'll never do that because you'll need a pad. So yeah, I don't think I think they stop here.
Ogre Battle 64.
I think going forward that if that's the last one they do, because I don't think there's any more retro appeal to the 64.
Nope. GameCube Classic. We can get Pikmin.
Oh my god, can you imagine them making a tiny little cube to give you?
Paper Mario on
Please
64.
stop telling them bad ideas. You guys don't work for Nintendo no more.
Okay.
No more.
All right, let's move on to our next news item here, which is kind of semi-related, actually. These two kind of go together because we were talking about how we wish
Arthur.
Nintendo would...
Game Boy Color Classic Edition.
Oh my god. Did they just re-release another Game Boy that has a bunch of them on there? Why not? Next news item
Sega
here.
forever.
Yes, so this is kind of like we were talking about. So Sega has released pretty much a pretty big fucking collection of their titles on iOS and Android. All you do is you just download the app and it's free to play. Obviously, there's ads in it, things like that. And you can play a bunch of the old games from like the Master System, the Genesis, the Dreamcast, all on your mobile device. This is something like we
And
wish that
if
Nintendo
you want,
would do.
you can pay like $2 and actually get the game without ads interrupting you.
Yes, exactly. They do. I think they do have that option. So it's weird how we were just talking about how we want Nintendo to do something like this, and Sega's just flat out doing it. I wish Nintendo would do this, like even if it's just on their systems. Can you imagine? I would have loved that if Nintendo would do that, but I don't think they're in the business to do that. And I think it's really cool that Sega's doing this. Now, will other companies follow suit with this? You think like, obviously, we know Atari's making another console now, so probably Atari won't do it. But think about like Atari, maybe Konami, as much as like they have a bunch of old titles that they're just holding on to.
I wonder if Atari's going to do a classic edition.
I feel like if you have all this intellectual property, go fucking use it. Sell that.
Yeah,
make
why
some
not?
money off of it. Like I don't understand that.
Yeah, I think that doing this, what Sega's doing here, I think everyone else should do it. Like Capcom should do it, all that. Yeah, it would get a little cumbersome after a while because you got to probably have an account for each person, but getting all the games for free with ads is pretty nice. Or even just paying a low fee would be great. And I think that's what they should do. And I think Sega's making setting a standard here that we might see become popular.
Because they'll look at it and be like, if Sega can do it, why can't you, Nintendo? I mean, like...
I don't think Nintendo will do it, though. I think
No, Nintendo
they'll
won't
do
do it.
Virtual Console before they do that. But I think it's a nice idea.
You know, it's just like crazy to me that, again, you can look at someone else do this and you can look at Nintendo. You're like, oh, Nintendo, why do you not do this stuff? You're supposed to be innovative. But you know what, though? It's like that honest commercial I was watching. The only thing that's innovative in video games is the way they sell you shit.
Yep. Those
Truest
marketing
line
teams.
ever, because this is a great way to market. You know what I mean?
Yep,
Hey,
those
here's some Sega
teams.
games, have them for free or without ads. You can just pay for them and get them for free without ads. I
Or
mean,
like the latest Halo and Gears of War. It's like, oh, you want that special armor skin? You gotta buy the in-game currency, and hopefully you get it out of the chest.
oh, I hate in-game currency.
Yeah. All right. Well, that'll be our news of the week.
News of the week.
So let's get into the gaming
Nintendo.
spotlight.
Nothing,
about- you
Nintendo
talking-
Overlord.
You talking about Slurpees over there? Talking about Slurpees? Oh, this didn't play automatically. Come on. Oh, there it goes. Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa, that
no.
was weird. Okay.
Bad producer.
Oh,
What
geez.
happened?
Something's funny. Okay, well, anyways. So, we'll start off with the cool game of the week this week. I picked out Rock Band. I have some footage of one of our very older Rock Band parties there. The reason I picked out Rock Band specifically, the newest one technically, of Rock Band 4, but if you can get into the older games, that would be cool too. It's a fun party game, you know, and we've been playing a lot of it recently, and I think I needed to give it some spotlight to show how amazing it is. It was the first rhythm game to where you could get people together playing. Of course, we had things like Guitar Hero and Drum Mania and all those other crazy things. But
Guitar
Rock
Hero did
Band
it
was
better
the
first.
first one.
Donkey Konga, man.
Yeah, I
It
remember
was all about
that.
Donkey Konga too, man.
Fuck Donkey Konga.
I love Donkey Konga.
I
Don't
love
be hating.
Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero had a great selection, but Rock Band was just like, hey, you got friends, we got friends too. Let's play together.
You want to play something other than guitar?
Yeah, it was fun. You could sing. It incorporated like all the karaoke type games like that. So it was just a great party
Introduce the
game overall.
keyboard, and then that went bye-bye.
You know, there's rumors they might bring the keyboard back though.
I
So
want my guitar, damn it.
yeah, I think they'll bring it back, man. But yeah,
I-
so
I
it's a great party game, guys. I know it's a little harder to get because it's
Hi,
a big
Gil.
investment, but it is a amazing game that you guys definitely should check out for sure. And that's about all I really have to say about it. What do you guys like about Rock Band?
What don't I like about it? You mean the fact that you can play all those games you downloaded years ago and still play them to this very day?
Oh, you're talking about the songs? Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, like, fuck. Talk about making your listen. All right, I am cheap, so when the game comes out, it's like, hey, remember that DLC you bought? You can still use it. I'm like, fuck yeah, miracle.
Yeah,
Give me my
that was one of the
money's
best things they
worth.
could do. And
Yeah.
they are slowly releasing like the
I don't know
Rock
why
Band.
you're like dry humping there. The camera's obviously not on you.
I know. Well, right now we're dry humping, but you don't see that because the camera's on Rock Band.
We are very good. We're glad that you're.
Thank you for asking.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, but that is
Oh, wait,
definitely
it is
how
like
they
that.
wanted to. They had to do it that way, or else people would have
Can't
been so
understand
pissed.
the chat. Oh shit.
That's definitely how they should have did it though, because if they didn't release it with the old songs, no one would have been happy. And even now, they're slowly releasing the Rock Band 2 songs on the store to rebuy. Unfortunately, you know, we're not going to be able to get the import most likely, but hey, it's what happens.
Mhm.
But yeah, but that's that.
Good to hear, sir.
Good to hear
Yeah.
indeed.
I really enjoyed it.
All right, so now we're going on to the noted new game releases of the week. I don't think any of them are really noted, but there was this one here that I wanted to show off because I thought it was.
Shadows of Mordor is $4.
What?
Was $4? It's too late for y'all.
Yeah. So this is the game. I thought that this was going to be a game where you were actually like a cat, but you're not. It's like
This is Mad Max.
no, it isn't. It's a well, for all intents and purposes, it pretty much is. But it's a post-apocalyptic world where you're a hired gun person and you got to run around doing missions and stuff and survive. The reason this caught my eye is because it's doing a lot of things like that Mad Max game was doing, but it's more open worldish than even that. But the biggest problems I have with it, though, it is an indie development title, and as you can tell, the graphics are really not that amazing.
That running animation looked like she had to take a shit.
Yeah, so I think this is gonna be one where you definitely want to check it out to see how it plays out, because it takes a lot of inspiration from that Mad Max game. And that Mad Max game was pretty good. The only issues I had with it were like minor ones. So I think this is what this game is trying to do, but it's trying to be more open worldy and can focus more on the cool aspects of, you know, battling with cars and things like that. So I definitely think we need to revisit this when it actually comes out. It's going to be coming out in 2 days in the release window of this week.
Early access or
No, out.
actual release?
Out release, yeah. You can, it's not even early access. You can't even like early access this game right now. But I also see a lot of outliers to show us it's going to be shitty. So that's why I want to check it out once it comes out.
Definitely need some updates.
I don't think it's gonna ever look better since it's an indie development title, but
but
That's
with
it,
games like
possible.
this, where it's like free world, again, the problem with the game being too big is you run into the vicious problem where it's so big, but there's nothing to do while you're running from point to point.
yeah, I'm
that's-
kind of getting that vibe for this
That's
one
how you
too.
get your time out of it, though. You gotta take like an hour to get from point A to point B.
I fucking hate that shit.
And then you gotta go back. So
Listen,
that's 2 hours.
to all you future MMO developers, make your game have shit in it, okay? Don't make a game that's large as fuck and it's just grass and dirt, okay?
It's Mad Max vibe though. It's just supposed to be a big
Yo, there's no
empty
guy-
desert.
Yo, there's supposed to be a guy with a fucking flame guitar playing. I did not see the guy with the fucking flame guitar playing, okay?
Constantly, no matter what he plays on.
Like I said, there are things that are good and there are things that you shouldn't do. But like, if you want to go and make it, then do a good job. Like, I feel like there's so many examples of what not to do, and everyone's still doing the same fucking thing.
It's like we can do it better.
We can make an empty world better with less enemies, with no people around you, where you have to walk from one.
What
town
does our
to
motto
another.
on the wall say? Fail harder, fail faster.
That was a good one of Crazy Peepers. I'll give you that one.
Uh,
Alrighty, well that's a good way to end. That'll be our show. I want to thank Crazy Peepers Artemis Prime for joining us as always. As he dances on. Make sure you guys check out MakeUsCritter.com for all the VODs and all the other shows. Make sure you follow our social networking on screen there if you listen to the audio. Remember at RFPTV for Twitter. Like us on Facebook and Ask Circles Go Plus to search Remove from Play. Join the forums, MakeUsCritter.proboards.com to continue the conversation beyond the show. All that fun stuff. This has been episode 188.
The real 188.
A real 188 of Remove from Play, July 11th, 2017. We'll catch you all next time, people. Peace out.
Bye, bitches.